This is Hans Christian Rotherson from KING News, here live from the King's Court, where an interesting trial is just moments from getting underway. But first, as is our custom, it seems the King's press secretary has a statement to make.
I'll start with a few announcements. The King's State of the Union message has been postponed. The witch burning has also been postponed. However, we're still having a peasant toss right after the Wednesday night potluck. Okay, I'll take a few general questions now.
Is the king still planning to invade Denmark?
Let me make this perfectly clear. There's been no discussion whatsoever about invasion. Possibly a peaceful occupation to liberate Denmark from the threat of anti-disestablishmentarianism.
What is that?
What does that mean? Good question. Is there another question?
Now, the king's intention to slay the fire-breathing dragon has come under criticism by the animal rights activists. And yet, the dragon kills a lot of people. What are the king's plans?
His Majesty's heart goes out to the dragon's victims, as well as the families of the victims. At the same time, the king wishes to leave no stone unturned in the peace process. After all, this dragon has his civil liberties, too.
Isn't it against the king's policy to negotiate with dragons or with people who harbor dragons?
Yes, it is. But can we blame a dragon for mere hunger? That would make us insensitive to poverty. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I'll be around after the trial to announce the king's verdict.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable King Ross is now presiding. We have one case in the book today, a common theft.
Will the arresting officer please come forward?
Your Highness, I found these two in the village court where they're trying to steal some money.
Order! Order! You have a witness?
Yes, Your Grace.
You're the one they stole from, miss.
I am, Your Highness. They tried to take money from my basket. He tried to distract my attention while the other one grabbed the money.
What do you two have to say for yourselves?
Look at her, Your Highness. Wouldn't you want to get her attention if you were free and unattached?
Come forward, both of you.
Excuse me, Your Highness, but Your Majesty, I just wanted to say that eyeshadow matches your dress perfectly.
Why, thank you. So burgundy is my color?
Oh yes, maybe even with a touch of mango next time.
Excuse me, we're working here. Now, do you deny these charges?
Well, if I could explain.
Do you deny that you were stealing? Yes or no?
Define stealing.
What do you mean define stealing?
Now, Ross, watch your temper.
Thank you, dear. I think I can handle this. Now, the next words out of your mouths will be yes or no.
Yes. No. Yes, but in a no kind of way.
As you can see, Your Highness, they're making it up as they go along.
Positively evil.
We prefer the term morally challenged.
Are you looking for trouble?
Please excuse us. A word, Your Highness.
Make it fast. I'm in the middle of a trial.
My apologies, Your Majesty, but as your press secretary, it's my job to think of your image. Try not to talk too much about morality. A recent survey says the people don't care much for morality. It was at the bottom of the list, right under liver.
But how can you have a court of law without morals?
Nail them for breaking the law, certainly. But don't talk about laws as though they reflect old-fashioned absolutes. Your recent poll numbers say the approval rating is dropping. You're down to under 40%.
Good point.
Are you two almost finished yet?
Why don't you be quiet? It'd be a whole new experience.
Also,
Yes?
be careful not to argue with your wife in public.
Then get her out of here. She's a distraction.
The public likes having her in the courtroom. Remember, half the people we polled are women.
It's not like I'm running for re-election.
Now, you still want to be a popular king. Ward off any signs of revolution.
All right. All right. Morally challenged, eh?
Well, sir, it's just that times are hard. Normally we would make an honest living,
But you know how the economy is, depressed and all. And I still have to find a way to provide for my sweet old mother.
Oh, come here. Oh, come here.
And you?
Oh, well, I love his mother too.
I know that what we did appears wrong, Your Excellency, but if you could try to understand from our poor, at-risk, underprivileged point of view, we are really only products of our circumstances and environment.
What the heck?
Well, Your Majesty, I could tell from the moment I lay eyes on you, you are a king who believes in tolerance.
Taller what?
Tolerance.
Taller.
Tolerance.
Tolerance. You know, tolerance rhymes with dance, and this is a musical.
The world is a big place, as everyone knows. It's easy to think of your neighbor as a foe. He may be bad, but give him a chance. Don't you judge, think of tolerance. Dance, dance, tolerance. Cause everyone is different and no one's the same. Dance, dance, with tolerance. Just do what you want, there's always someone else to blame. Just dance. Come on, everybody, put your hands together. So just dance. That's right, you can do it. So just dance. So just dance.
A man takes a bribe, it's a dirty trick. But it's okay, it's only politics. He won't do what's right, he's paid off in advance. But don't you judge, think of tolerance. Come on, right this way, let us show you.
Rob the store, taking every last cent.
Cause maybe he's poor and he can't pay the rent.
He's not good with cash
Or high finance.
but don't you judge, think of tolerance. Dance, dance for tolerance.
Yeah, now you're ready.
Dance, dance for tolerance. Just do what you want, there's always someone else to blame.
A young man steals another man's pride.
In the olden days they would attend his high, but not anymore. All is fair and romance. But don't you judge, T-O-L-E-R-S.
Come on, dance, girl!
So just dance.
Yeah! Shake it like a Polaroid picture!
So just dance.
All this way, Your Highnesses.
Dance, dance for tolerance. 'Cause everybody's different and no one's the
She doesn't speak English, we
same.
gotta make a first impression.
Dance for tolerance. Just do what you want, there's always someone else to blame. So just dance.
You expect us to believe this baloney?
Stop being so suspicious all the time.
Oh, don't you have a quilting bee or something to attend?
Excuse me, Your Majesty. Before we continue, if I may.
What is the meaning of this?
My card. I'm a marriage counselor.
You have the nerve to hand me a business card right in the middle of a trial.
Let him speak. Go on, young man.
Well, correct me if I'm mistaken, but is it remotely possible that I'm sensing just a tad bit of tension in your relationship? The two of you?
Yes, I do see the queen's face turning a bit red. Though, it does match that lovely scarf.
And you? You are also a marriage counselor?
No, I'm but a mere tailor. Though I do prefer to be known as a clothing designer.
Oh, really? A tailor? Excuse us again, ladies and gentlemen, both of you.
Why don't we give him a break? The poor dear.
Just how stupid do you think I am?
Well, according to last week's poll...
Never mind.
Wouldn't his approval rating go up if we let them off?
It would go up with the liberals, but he'd appear weak to the conservatives. If I may make a suggestion,
Yes.
pronounce your sentence in such a way that you appeal to everyone.
How would I do that?
Insist that they stay at the palace for a month so the case can be studied. But while they're here, give them plush, fancy guest rooms, and allow them to live like royalty.
That's a wonderful idea. We might even get free marriage counseling out of it.
Yippee! Have the guards remove them from the courtroom and announce my decision to the press.
How shall I phrase the verdict?
The way you always do, with lots of smooth words that don't actually mean anything.
Yes, sir. If I can have your attention, gather round. On behalf of the King Ross, I would like to release a statement. Although theft is a crime, and crime is always a concern of His Royal Highness, tolerance is also a highly esteemed virtue. Therefore, the two defendants, having admitted their guilt, will be kept at the palace under surveillance so that their case can be studied. Questions?
So, are they being punished or not?
We categorically deny that they are being punished.
Oh, so are they getting off?
We emphatically renounce the idea of anyone merely getting off.
So then what are they getting?
A double-room suite with a fireplace. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I must admit, you make a very entertaining